Today is Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015, B-Day.
Today in history, in 1789, Congress founded the U.S. Treasury Department, which prints our money.
In 1959, Ford introduced the compact fuel-effect Falcon.
And in 1945, Japan surrendered around the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay to the Allies, which brought an end to World War II.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance of the DMS Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am safe, I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community.
Please be seated.
Today's math problem is, what operations are you going to use to solve this week's math question? Be sure to let your teacher know if you can solve it.
Now here's Melina with today's weather.
It was 71 degrees this morning. We have a slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms and should reach a high of 92 degrees this afternoon. Here's the weather for the remainder of the week. Now back to you, Destiny and Alexia.
Thank you, Melina, for the word of the day. The topic for this week's word of the day is the root word flu, which means flow. Today, our word is fluctuate. The threat of war caused prices on the stock market to fluctuate widely. Can you determine that what fluctuate means? Once again, today's word of the day is fluctuate. Here's Riley with sports.
Thank you. Last night they celebrated, Last night they celebrated the 20th anniversary of Cal Ripken's long playing streak at Camden Yards. He threw out the first pitch even though he had gotten hurt earlier in the day of going over the bars of his bike. Sadly, the Orioles lost again last night. They will try again tonight and close the series to win. On Thursday night, the Ravens head coach said he would not play for the Ravens first string of the entire game. He wants to save them for the main season. Now back to Alexia and Destiny.
Thanks, Riley.
Are you interested in playing badminton? DMS will be having a badminton team for all grade levels. You must see Mrs. Williams in room 102A and Mrs. Montalone if you would like to join.
If you are interested in joining our cross-country team, please pick up a form from Mr. Monaco in room 302 before or after school.
The STEM Club will be meeting on Wednesdays this year in room 211, starting on September 9th. Please let Mr. Lamar know if you are interested in participating.
Did you know that we have a forensics club that looks into crime scene investigations? They will be looking at fingerprints, DNA, and even trace evidence. Miss Reed and Miss Brown will be meeting with the forensics club after school on Wednesdays in room 207 this year.
If you are interested in joining our Gleam Club, please plan to stay after school on Wednesday, September 9th in room 210.
Do you like building things? Are your art skills something to behold? Have electronics always piqued your interest? Then Stage Crew might be a good club for you. Stage Crew will be holding an interest meeting Tuesday, September 8th. It will be held in the auditorium after school from 3 to 4 p.m. Please see Mr. Kirby for details or if you are unable to attend.
Student Council. Do you want to be more involved in making decisions at school? Do you see yourself as a leader? If so, join Student Council. We will be holding elections this fall for a president and vice president of each grade. Council positions will also be held for those that do not want a leadership position. Please see Mr. Beto and Mrs. Campbell for more information.
Are you interested in learning more about Spanish language and culture? Do you love to have fun? Come to DMS Spanish Club. You do not have to be in Spanish class to participate in the club. We will be meeting on Tuesdays from 3 to 4 p.m. Our first meeting will be on September 15th.
Extra. The outlet is back. If you are interested in helping to put together DMS school newspapers, please see Mrs. Goldcamp in room 215 for a permission slip. We will meet on Wednesday from 3 to 4 p.m. Our first meeting will be on September 9th.
The first meeting for the Dundalk Middle School chess team will be on September 9th from 3 p.m. till 4 p.m. This is your chance to show your skills if you're an experienced player, brush up on your game if you haven't played in a while, or even learn how to play this ancient game of strategy and tactics. Miss Starr will be leading the school's team this year, and she would love to see you come by. For the inaugural meeting, there will be pizza followed by a game or two. See you then.
FTA, Future Teachers of America. Does making a difference in someone's life interest you? Are you up for something challenging, always changing and rewarding? Do you want to help shape the future? Future Teachers of America is an organization for the students who might be interested in becoming an educator or who want to understand teachers and what they do better. Please talk to Miss Williams in room 102A about being a part of Future Teachers of America.
Do you love solving math problems? Do you like to challenge yourself? Would you like to stay after school with your classmates and friends to have a little friendly competition? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then the 24 Math Club might be right up your alley. The fun begins in September. Students meet in room 102A once a week in Miss Williams' room to prepare for the big competition against other schools in April. See Miss Williams for more information. The first meeting will take place next Tuesday, September 8th, after school. Now here's the words of wisdom. Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Destiny with a few words of wisdom. From the time we are small children, our parents, grandparents, caregivers, and teachers try to mold us into successful and caring adults. Even in kindergarten, we are taught simple rules for living. Share with others, don't hit, and put things back where they belong. These rules are meant to help us develop our character, to become responsible and productive citizens of the big wide world. But in the end, there's only so much those around us can do to shape us. We have to pick up the ball and run with it. We have to decide our own character. A young Anne Frank knew this. Listen to these words written in her diary while she hid from the Nazis during World War II. The final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. Today, remember this. In the end, each one of us must choose to be responsible, caring, and trustworthy. It's a choice no one else can make for us. With something to think about, this is Destiny. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. And here's Mr. Barish.
Morning, Dundalk Middle School. Yesterday, all students in homeroom received the school newsletter. Please make sure, if you haven't done so, bring that newsletter home to your parents so you and your parents can review important information and upcoming events at Dundalk Middle School. And speaking of upcoming events that are important tonight, Team DMS, we will be having our annual back to school night beginning at 6:30 in our auditorium. Students, please encourage all of your parents to come out and support you and support Team DMS at our annual back to school night. We're looking forward to having a great turnout from our parents. Again, it begins at 6:30 this evening in our auditorium, followed by the teacher presentations from 7 to 8:30 throughout the building. Again, we're looking forward to having all of our parents come out tonight to support Team DMS at our annual back to school night. Homeroom teachers, please make sure you distribute the back to school night form to each of the students. And students, please make sure during the announcements, or as we conclude the announcements, you complete the back to school form with the name of your teachers and also with the periods. You're going to be following your B-Day schedule. Again, you want to make sure those back to school night forms go home and that you provide them to your parents so that way they can follow a schedule that would have room numbers on there and also the teacher names and the mods. So again, please make sure, students, you complete it, and homeroom teachers, please make sure you distribute those forms to students and help them with any of the students who need assistance on that. For our attendance incentive for the month of September, students, all students who have 100% attendance from day one from school through the month of September, the entire month of September, you will be getting an ice cream incentive from me. Again, students who demonstrate 100% attendance for the first month of school, I'll be treating you to ice cream at the end of September. Again, so we want to make sure the focus is on coming to school every day with a positive attitude, and being able to apply yourself, meaning you are bringing your A game every day to Dundalk Middle School. And as part of Team DMS, we'll do whatever it takes to educate and inspire you to become a globally competitive graduate. What is going to separate you from every other student, not only in this school, in this county, in this state, but also nationally and internationally? It starts with what you accomplish today at school. So let's make it a great day. Thank you.
This is Alexia.
And Destiny, have a wonderful Wednesday.